Hi everyone, Russell Houston here. I've been riding trials in Ireland for about 30 years. I've ridden to the top level here. I've competed in some British championships. But more recently, I've started to compete in the Scottish 6 day trial. And that got me to thinking. Um, I was looking on social media and I couldn't find anything that is like a sort of first timer's guide to what to do, how to prepare yourself, your bike, etc., etc. Looked everywhere, couldn't find one, so I thought I've done it a few times now. I have a bit of experience. Just by no means the most experienced rider there, um, but it might be valuable to pass on some advice. Given the 2022 event, fingers crossed so far anyway, appears to be going ahead and looks like it probably will. So that's really where I'm coming from. My level at the moment is I'm pretty much midfield as far as Scotland goes. My aim would be to try and get a first class award, which is inside the top 130. So that's very much my goal, and I've already started to prepare to try and achieve that. So, like I say, this is just what works for me, what I've done over the years, what I've learned from, and there's probably I was trying to think what I need to include. So rather than do one big long-winded video, there's probably maybe 3 or 4 videos actually that I can do. So I think this first one, like I say, just a rough introduction to me and what I'm trying to do and how I prepare myself physically and everything else. And there's probably another one on the gear that you need. Massive subject, that one, to get that right. And also your backpack and what you need to carry in it, and probably what you don't need to carry in it, maybe. So, also how to prepare your bike. Nearly forgot that one. Quite important too. So, with regard to how I prepare myself, I start training from. Well, I've started training actually slightly before Christmas, but certainly from January. I'm in the gym twice a week and out on the bike at least once a week. Now, when I go to the gym, I just try and do a good old-fashioned circuits class, 1 hour class twice a week. Make sure you go to it. Don't let yourself sort of go, nah, not sure if I can be bothered. Make sure you go to it, because that's all mental preparation too, and I'll come on to that in a wee minute too. So like I said, that's what I do. I also do yoga. Used to do a 1 hour class once a week. Unfortunately, I'm having to do that sort of at home now at the moment because that class has stopped, but I'm still trying to do that. The flexibility, the balance, everything, even the breathing, it's all very, very relevant. And I find it, certainly for my first Scottish, I find that very, very useful. In terms of on bike training, like I say, at least once a week, and I've already started doing that too. So try and, if at all possible, and it's not available to everybody, I understand that, but if you can, try and get somewhere that is going to be similar conditions, obviously, to Scotland. So if you've got somewhere that's mountainsides, it's rivers, brilliant. If you haven't, doesn't necessarily matter. Just make sure you're spending a good amount of time on the bike, and you're challenging yourself. You're pushing yourself physically, because that will stand to you as well. I do, like I say, one day, at least one full day a week. So I carry my backpack, I carry everything with me as I would, because even training to ride with the your shoulder straps, your rucksack and stuff on, it gets muscle groups working that you maybe necessarily wouldn't work in just normal riding without a backpack or whatever. So I try to train as closely to what I'm doing or going to be doing come the trial. I mentioned briefly there mental preparation. I don't know if mental preparation is really the right word. One thing I will say, sorry, just to go back, on bike training, go out whatever the weather, and I mean whatever the weather. that, getting your mindset into, I don't really care if it's absolutely lashing down out there, I'm still going to go out on my bike. That could be every day for 6 days in Scotland. So make sure you do that. Don't let yourself go, open the bedroom curtains on a Saturday morning or whatever it is and it's pissing down outside. Get out there, get your gear on, and get out and practice, because it will stand to you come the start of July. So mental preparation, like I say, not really sure if mental preparation is the right word for it, but getting yourself in the right headspace, or whatever trendy expression there is for it nowadays. I just basically tell myself that I'm going to spend probably 6 of the worst days I'm ever going to have on a trials bike in a row. And if you do that, anything else is a bonus. And it works for me. Like I say, this is just where I come from every year. Certainly very close to that in 2016 when I rode my first Scottish. The first day was horrendous. For any of you that are watching this that rode in 2016, you'll understand what I'm saying. It was absolutely incredible. Water levels were just through the roof, literally. Crazy rain and snow, everything. 4 seasons in one day. That was it, on the first morning even. So it was pretty harsh test. I actually thought my trial was probably going to be over before it had even begun, because I had the carburetor out of the bike 3 times before I even rode a section. So that's the sort of thing that you probably don't really prepare yourself for, is when that sort of thing happens. But like I say, I just prepared myself for 6 of the worst days I was ever going to have. And, well, the first day of my first Scottish was pretty much bang on. So that's pretty much what I do, how I prepare myself. If anybody has any other ideas or has tried other things and that works for them, brilliant, great. Stick it in the comments, do whatever you want. In fact, any constructive criticism, put it in the comments. Any questions, I'll do my best to answer them in the next couple of videos, either on the gear or on the backpack or whatever. If you've anything stupid to say, jog on, don't really care. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I'll try and get the next video up in the next sort of 7-10 days. I'm away skiing next week, so you'll not get one next week, but I'm sure you can wait. See you later.